This is Run It Back with RJ Broadhead.
Thanks for tuning in to Run It Back, where we reflect on the Tiger Cats' last game, some of the big plays and the big players. It's a busy show. I spoke with quarterback Matt Schiltz, receiver Terry Godwin. He had that great one-handed catch. Kenneth George Jr., he'll be the starting boundary corner. Bailey Flint, he's the starting punter. And the Tiger Cats' first pick in the past draft, Dayton Black, got his first taste of CFL action. Lots to cover. Let's get to it. On Friday, the Tiger Cats flew to Montreal, played the game, then flew home. It was a long day, but a rewarding one for those who found out they made the Tiger Cats. The Alouettes won the game 25-22. It was back and forth on the scoreboard. There were 6 different lead changes. Montreal began with most of their starters. The Tiger Cats were in more of an evaluation mode. 22 of the 50 players that made the Ticats roster did not make the trip. Let's start at quarterback. Matt Schiltz did not play in the first preseason game. He took the first half against his former club and played very well. Went 12 for 16 for 162 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, and did not throw an interception.
I felt like we did some good things as an offense. Definitely a lot to clean up, moving forward. I thought we could have been a little bit cleaner just in our entire operation, just in and out of the huddle, penalty-wise. But we moved the ball pretty well. Especially against their first-team defense there. So I was really happy with how the guys came out. We came out aggressive, and we really wanted to kind of put who we are on film, being physical, playing to the whistle, and being able to move the football. But for me personally, I was still a little frustrated with, missing a few passes that I know I can make, and getting that first game experience this year. I just know that, I can play better for the team.
Schiltz also had a 51-yard run on the opening drive that led to a field goal and an early lead.
It was kind of funny how it played out. We had a little play-action pass there, and the line did a great job, blocking. I felt comfortable back there and just saw a lot of green space, and they were in man coverage, and their loose guy kind of jumped another route out there. So just kind of took off, and I saw Gigi's block right in front of me, and that was amazing. He, pancaked that guy and then kept working up to the next level even faster. So that was cool. It was cool to have everybody kind of be on that same page and be able to get a big game.
Gigi is fullback Felix Gauthier. He doesn't show up a lot on the stats sheet, but his play leads to big stats for the team. Schiltz had nothing but praise for what he does.
Felix is a guy that just shows up every day. He's a grinder, and if anybody turns on the film, they'll see how hard he works in the game and the kind of blocks he makes and the way he puts his body on the line for the team. Like you said, it doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but it shows up in the film room and in the locker room, and that gets a lot of respect from the guys.
Schiltz will back up Bo Levi Mitchell this season, but his approach to each game is still the same.
Regardless of if I'm going to be the starter that week or the backup, I just try and prepare every week as if I'm going to be the guy, because as the backup quarterback, you're one play away every time, and you don't know when that play is going to come. It could come on the first snap of the game or the last drive of the game to go down and win. So you have to prepare every week like you're the starter, because when you walk into that huddle, you got 11 other guys looking at you, and they need to have that confidence that that offense isn't going to stop moving, the team's not going to falter, and we're going to go out, win the game, move the ball, and score points. So I just approach it every week as if I'm going to be playing. If I don't, that's great, because that means we're healthy. But if I do, then that's great, because I've prepared and I'm ready to go.
The big play in the game was a 49-yard pass to Terry Godwin. Not only a big gain, but Godwin made a remarkable one-handed catch.
I actually didn't even see it, just because I kind of threw it from the pocket and it was kind of right in the way. So I just kind of heard the crowd go, oh, and then I was able to watch it on film and, see it go on the Jumbotron after the play. So that was awesome. Again, they brought some pressure there on the left side. Our O-line was able to get out to it, and they did a great job and give Terry a chance to make a play, and he did.
Here's Godwin on his amazing catch.
In my past at Georgia, I've made a catch or two like that before. So, for me and the people that know me, it's nothing new. They know I'm going to go out there and make a big play, and especially with the one hand. This isn't the first one hand, and I don't do it for show. It's just, like I said, it's a play that was made. Yes, it was a great play, but at the end of the day, that's what I'm here to do, make plays. I don't try to naturally practice it, but if it happens, it happens. My plan is just go out there and make the catch. However I make it, I make it.
That one must have felt good against Montreal.
Oh, yes, sir. For me, it felt good. But like I say, it's just a play that I made, and they was counting on me, and my number was called, and I answered the phone.
Fittingly, Godwin and Schiltz followed up that terrific play by combining for a touchdown. That was Godwin's first CFL touchdown. He played 2 games last season with the Tiger Cats, made 6 catches for 107 yards. He learned a lot, and that experience helped him make the team this season.
It helped me get concluded and get familiar with the rules, the team, and how everything is ran up here, and just the different scenarios that can come along in this game. And with that, I would say last year helped me out a lot because I was able to get a little feel for the coaches and the playbook as well, even though it has switched up a little bit. But just, like I said, getting the feel of this game up here and being able to know what they see, what they want, and how to be able to play this game. So last year helped out a lot for me, I would say.
Godwin wore number 80 last year with the Tiger Cats, but this season, he'll wear number 17.
Well, 17 was actually my first number when I got into the NFL down there. So when I came back this year, I was like, hey, let's start it over again. Let's do the same thing in a new facility this year.
Godwin was a standout at the University of Georgia and brings plenty of NFL experience to the Ticats receiving corps.
Straight out of college, I got drafted to the Carolina Panthers, and I spent the first 8 months there with them, and then of 2019, then I went down to Jacksonville the same year and spent the last 3 to 4.5 years down there. And after that, I had a Achilles injury, which kind of held me back. And after that, I was able to attend camp at the Tennessee Titans camp. And after that, I ended up here at Hamilton Tiger Cats. And, I can't ask for a better place to land. To me, this is the best place up here in the league.
There are a few changes in the Ticats secondary. Lawrence Woods will play field corner. Javian Elliott, who has almost 60 games of NFL experience, is the boundary half. The biggest competition was boundary corner. Kenneth George Jr., who had 3 tackles and a knockdown in the preseason, won the job.
I had a lot of trials and tribulations to get here, but looking forward to the journey, looking forward to help this organization, this team, bring home a great cup.
Give us some of that background on getting here.
Football wasn't my sport up until college, so I never played football in high school, middle school. I walked on at a JUCO, played 1 year, went crazy, signed to Tennessee, played 4 years there. Afterwards, I signed with the Tennessee Titans last year, was there for about 5 months, got released, and now I'm here, So, big firm believer of God, and he does everything for a reason.
So why did you get into football?
I moved to Texas right after high school, and I was with my big brother. And, Texas is a powerhouse of football. So I was going 7-on-7s and stuff, and everybody was like, man, you got to play football. So I was like, tell me something. I need to hear. I want to hear. And they was like, go try on at a JUCO. So they listed me all these JUCOs, and I tried it at Blinn, Coffeyville, and Trinity Valley. And Trinity Valley offered me a full scholarship. So, yeah, and the rest was history.
You got opportunity in camp, 3 tackles, you had a knockdown in the 2 preseason games. What was your approach to camp in making this team?
When I first got here, it was just simply about business. I know what it feels like to be cut. I know what it feels like to be like somebody tell you not good enough. And I know the work I put in myself. And my mindset here was just come in, help this team, make the team for one, and do everything I possibly can to give myself the best opportunity to be here and stay here. And I'm here now, so I'm just ready to go to work. It's a lot of feel out there. They try to ISO me and solo me a lot. My teammates, believe in me, and that means the world. My coaching staff believes in me, so I go out there with confidence by the grace of God and by them, knowing they got my back. So no matter how much feel, how much you try to ISO me, I'm here, and I'm going to be here every play. I'm a hell of a cover guy, but I want the ball. The main focus is the ball always, and I promise the Tigerland to get some takeaways for us this year. Physical-wise, I'm a big, strong corner, so I'm going to put that on tape as well. So, yeah, you're going to get everything out of me, you guys, so I'm ready for sure.
George Jr. is listed at 5'11", which makes him the tallest player in the Ticats starting secondary, but he thinks he's taller than that.
I'm not sure about the 5'11" thing. That's probably when I first went to Tennessee, and it also said I'm 203. I'm way under 203 now. So now I'm like 6'6", 186. So I feel great, amazing. Feel the best shape of my life.
George Jr. was number 35 in training camp, but he's always worn a single-digit number. So now that he made the team, he'll wear number 3.
My main focus was, like I said, make the team, and I was going to get rewarded on the back end. They told me I do what I have to do. They going to take care of me. I walked in the locker room and I seen that 3, and I was like, okay, they kept their word. So I was happy. I'm excited, just bring that swagger back and all that. You know what I mean? I can't wait to bring all the swag to Tigerland, for real.
Another positional battle in camp was the starting punter. Blake Hayes did well last season. He'll be on the practice roster. Fellow Australian Bailey Flint won the job to begin the season.
It was kind of cool. I had a bit of a surreal moment. I called my high school head coach because our last game he sat us all down and said, this is the last time some of you guys are going to ever, put a helmet on. And I remember saying to myself, I was like, no, that's not going to happen. And then I did the same thing in the Bahamas Bowl in 2021 for Toledo. I was like, no, this ain't going to be the last time. And now I'm going to Winnipeg.
The second overall pick in the global draft in 2022. You didn't come to the Tiger Cats last year. You're here now. So take us from when you were drafted to getting here and what that path was.
Yeah, so initially, once I got drafted, I was invited to minicamp with Pittsburgh. So I went there because I thought I was going to have a really good chance, and I went and I punted really well. And then once I got done there, I'd also had a work visa at the time, so I got my degree in theatre, and I was able to work out in Beverly Hills. I got an agent and was kind of pursuing a lot of that side of things. So it made sense for me at the time to kind of stay over there and use up the 1-year work visa that I had. Throughout that time I kept training, obviously, and I was working out with a lot of guys down in San Diego. And that was, really, really fun, obviously, and I was able to kind of stay in all over the world. And then I was bouncing around. I had a couple of workouts with some NFL teams, and then, came kind of full circle to where I was, gave the call and said I wanted to come up and play. And fortunately, they took me in.
Any Hallmark movies on the resume?
Oh, I wish. Not yet, but eventually. It was cool. One of the biggest things in college specifically, because that's when I picked up theatre, was, I'm going in from being a team captain, punter, not face of the program, but one of, and then going into, theatre rehearsals, straight after it. So I was really bridging that gap between the creative and the athletic communities, which was really fun.
In 2 preseason games, Flint impressed with his punts that helped win the field position battle.
I always think of myself as like a get-out-of-jail-free card for the quarterback. And my thought process is I work super hard at what I do, and I focus solely on what I do. I'm not scoring touchdowns. I'm not moving the ball from the first or second down. But on third down, I have a chance to go out there and flip the field. And if I can be really good at my job, how much confidence does that give that quarterback to take that risky throw and have that to be a little bit more relaxed? Like, I can go for this explosive throw here because if I don't make it, we're fine. So that's kind of a thought process that I have, and that kind of just instills my own sort of confidence in myself.
The Ticats have 2 Aussie punters, both from Melbourne. The Australians have really started to emerge in all North American football leagues. Flint has a theory on why.
You took an 8-year-old in Australia and an 8-year-old in North America, and you have them both throw a ball. The Australian kid's going to not be very good at it, where the American kid's going to be able to throw it. It's going to have good mechanics. You have them kick a football. The Australian kid is going to be able to kick. The American kid's not going to be able to, because of the sport that we play. You grow up going to the park, playing kick to kick instead of playing catch. So you naturally kind of already have this kick going on, and then it goes into Australian rules football, which you pass and score the ball by kicking and punting it. That rollout style you see a lot of Australians do, the rugby style, a lot of them call it. But they get it from playing Australian rules football. So that's how we're able to get over to college. And then Pro Kick Australia is what started this journey for me and for so many other guys. Pretty much every guy over here in the CFL right now, we all train together. So it's a cool, last game there was myself, Blake, and then they have Joey Zima and then Reese Burns. We're all Pro Kick. We all trained together. So we would get up on Sundays, we'd be in the park training. Little did we know 5 years later we're all going to be on professional football teams going against each other in a preseason game.
Dayton Black was the Ticats' first pick in the draft just over a month ago. He didn't play in the first preseason game, but got his first taste of pro football against Montreal.
I'm just greatly appreciative of making this team. It's been a dream come true, so actually being able to get drafted and then now make a team, it's been amazing. It's been a crazy couple months here after the combine and everything, but no, I'm loving every minute of it.
Well, I was going to ask you about that with the draft, going 6th overall, and then basically a week later coming to training camp and now playing in your first CFL game. What a month.
Yeah, it's been a crazy month. I never thought it was going to happen so quick, but, just back-to-back, getting right into the groove thing. It's been awesome, no time off and just straight to football. And, yeah, I'm so happy to be out here.
Black, who is from Brandon, excelled in his university career at the University of Saskatchewan. Now he has a chance to learn from some of the best offensive linemen in the CFL.
I couldn't ask for a better group to come in with veterans, like you said, Van Zyl, Rev, Beard. All these guys are great guys to learn from, picking their brains. Every day I'm in the film room asking questions, how to get better, and, they've been great with it, helping me along, so I'm just very excited to keep learning from them.
Surprisingly, Black has not been an offensive lineman for long. His head coach at the U of S was Scott Flory, a dominant CFL offensive lineman. Flory convinced Black to move to the O-line.
So, yeah, I was recruited to Sask by Coach Flory as a quarterback. Played my first year as a defensive lineman, and then the year after that we made the switch. She was just like, you want to go pro, it's going to be here, and I haven't looked back since.
If necessary, are you the fourth, fifth string quarterback?
I like to think so, but I bet Coach Tommy, he probably has different plans, but I let him know every day I can, if they ever put a tight end pass in, I'm ready to throw it if he needs it.
The Tiger Cats finished the preseason 1-1, both close games, but the team is now set and the focus is on game 1 of the regular season. That's on Friday in Winnipeg against the Blue Bombers, a good test to begin the season. Be sure to listen to the Ticats Audio Network every day for Ticats Today. The Coach O Show with Luke Tasker, season debut, comes on Tuesday. Speaking with the Enemy on Thursday is the debut of W6. It's a new show I have that's the who, what, when, where, why, and how to win for the Tiger Cats before each game. Myself and Luke Tasker will have Ticats this week, and then on Friday it's Ticats Game Day. The pregame show with Andy and Bubba at 7:30 Eastern Time, and then Luke and I will have the call of the game. Kickoff is at 8:30 Eastern Time. Hope you can join us. Listen.ticats.ca. Thanks for listening to Run It Back.
This has been Run It Back with RJ Broadhead. If you like what you're hearing, give us a review on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you find your audio content.